On location at Casa de Don Julio for their party and their dinner, prepared by one and only Chef Mitchell.
Yes,
how are you today?
What's up, Veronica? How you doing, baby? I'm glad you came out here.
Thank you so much for the invite.
Yes, I'm glad you got a chance to experience some of Don Julio's flavors, and I'm glad you got a chance to experience my flavors that I fused with Don Julio. So it's an amazing night, and it's still going. I just did the dinner part of it. We still gonna be partying tonight. We got the DJ coming. I think Rev Run might be coming through here tonight. I'm not sure. That's the word on the street. So yeah, I'm glad you had a chance to come out here.
Well, thank you so much. I know earlier in the program you said that your goal was to make sure that we had pleasure in our palates. We certainly did. So what was your POV for this event? And you know I had to ask that.
Here we go back with the POV with the Food Network star situation. And this is a good example of it. It's like I do all types of food, right? So I had to use Mexican flavors. I had to use tequila. So what I came up with today, I try to do Latin soul. You know what I'm saying? So, one of the first dishes I did was kind of not really Latin soul, but I did a nice crudo to go with that. And I used the Blanco, and I did a roasted tomato sauce to go with that, cumin oil. But that second dish was what I came out to tell you. That was true Latin soul. I mean, I used like an ale. I did use the reposado. We made like a nice braise on these short ribs, and we cooked it for like 4 hours. And we just marinated down, put a nice sauce with it, and we just cooked it with a lot of love. And then we took polenta, we used manchego as the cheese that we used, a little salt and pepper, heavy cream, and it was just phenomenal. And then we did like some roasted, dehydrated tomatoes with a little cumin, little salt, little pepper, little cilantro, and it was just really the labor of love. And that's what was it about tonight. And we used, in that dish, we used a lot of the Don Julio in that. And then the third dish was, I mean, like, that bread pudding was sick. It was a Mexican. It was just like, at that point, we used 5 of their tequilas in that one. And we used it in the ice cream. We used it in the dulce leche. We used it in the bread pudding. We used 2 of them in the bread pudding. And we just really crucified it with that. I mean, that was just so, the essence of that was just, for me, it was a Latin soul. I mean, I've grown up cooking soul food, but now I'm doing Latino soul. So my POV to this day, maybe not tomorrow, was a Latin soul. So POV, to answer your question, was Latin soul.
Very good. So, Chef, what is your favorite Don Julio?
I'm going to be honest with you. The last time I did this event, I had the Real. I don't know, you guys got to taste the Real? Oh, I'm sorry. The Real is my favorite. Now, the 70th anniversary, the one they just came out with, is smooth. But the Real is their premium brand. I love it. I mean, maybe because they gave it to me free. If I had to pay $300 for it, I might say, oh, I don't like it too much. But no, it's got good flavor to it. It's got some really nice notes of, it's got a little caramel to it, and it's clear, but it's real robust. And it's not one of the, the thing about with tequila is like now it's like, hopefully you guys got to experience how sophisticated Don Julio is. It's not the tequila where you're taking shots. You're not taking shots of, Real or 1942 or the 70th anniversary. You're really sipping it like a nice fine cognac or a nice champagne or a nice wine. So that's why I'm glad, hopefully, everybody here tonight got that experience to understand what Don Julio is really about, how they really represent. They are a premium tequila, first and foremost. So Real for me.
Well, thank you, Chef, for palate pleasure today. And congratulations on a successful event.
Party ain't over, baby. We going on to like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. The drinks are still flowing. So thank y'all. Peace out.
Thank you. We are on location with Manuel from Don Julio. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great, especially after all the Don Julio that we just had.
Enjoying great tequila tonight, right? In Casa Don Julio in Washington, D.C.
Yes, fabulous, fabulous event. Congratulations on a fabulous event. How long did it take you to put all this together?
A long time. It's been in planification for a little while, but to throw a great party, you always need some planning. But with Don Julio, it's always great.
Very good. Well, I learned today, actually you taught me today that there are classifications of tequila, and it's actually very sophisticated, just like the wine classification. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about that?
You know, when we're talking about tequila and 100% blue agave tequilas, there's going to be 4 different categories. You're talking about regular tequilas, then you're talking about 100% blue agave tequilas. When you go into the 100% blue agave tequilas, go by 4 categories. Tequilas blancos, there's kind of like the plain form of tequilas. After the second distillation from the uses of the blue agave plant, it's actually bottled. Then when you go age the tequila, it becomes what is known as tequila reposado. There is a second category. There is any tequila that is aged over 2 months, no more than a year. Then the next category is tequilas añejos. Tequilas añejos or they're aged over 12 months, no more than 3 years. And then there is the last category is tequilas extra añejos. There is any tequila that is aged over 3 years or more. So how are you going to put all these flavors whenever you're going to taste them? Blancos are going to be kind of like resemble a little bit like vodka. Even though vodka is supposed to be neutral spirit, nowadays how many flavors of vodka do we have? Many, right? Tequilas blancos are going to be for those consumers that enjoy a great, clear spirit. When you go into tequilas reposados, it's going to be kind of like more like a Canadian whiskey. You're going to get all those flavors from the wood. So if you enjoy some Jack Daniels or Crown Royal, you're going to be enjoying great Don Julio reposado. Then when you go into the Julio añejo or tequilas añejos, they're a little bit more oaky. So it's kind of like more like a scotch. So if you enjoy a Johnny Walker, you can enjoy Don Julio añejo on the rocks. It's kind of like the same flavors that you can get and the closest you can get. And then tequilas extra añejos is kind of like a nice cognac. Because the great example, even though 1942 that you taste an añejo, you get a lot of hints of vanilla, cinnamon, chocolate. So it goes a lot more like a nice cognac. So every time it's a great opportunity to drink tequila. In the case of Don Julio, a great ultra premium, you never go wrong.
Yes, you never go wrong with Don Julio. I know this year is the 70th anniversary of Don Julio, right? Can you tell us about the Don Julio 70 that came out this year?
Well, I'm very excited. Don Julio 70, we just launched it this year. It's to celebrate 70 years of Don Julio Gonzalez crafted tequilas in Mexico. Sadly, Don Julio passed away in March at the age of 87, but he left behind a great legacy. He took, like I told you, he took tequila from something ordinary to something extraordinary. With 70, what it is the first añejo claro pretty much in the world. It starts as a Don Julio añejo, so it's aged for 18 months in American oak barrels. Then it actually goes through a specific process of filtration to start shaving some of those compounds of flavors that actually are muted when you start aging tequila from the tequilas blancos. So pretty much when you drink 70, it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You get the best of tequilas blancos and the best of tequilas añejos in one liquid that is considered the first añejo claro by the CRT, which is the Council Regulatory of Tequila in Mexico. So it's kind of like something very unique. It's a new innovation. Nobody in the market has the first añejo claro like us.
Very good. Well, I know Chef Mitchell prepared 3 delicious, fabulous meals. If you had to pick your favorite course, what would it be?
Dessert. I love the dessert. And I mean, I have a little bit of 1942, and with all those flavors, I mean, all those two together were excellent. And I mean, even the cocktail went with the Julio añejo and a little bit of the chocolate. I mean, it was amazing. So for me, the dessert.
Dessert. I think that has to be my favorite too. Well, thank you so much. I'm here with Valencia Jones. She is the brand manager for Chef Malcolm Mitchell. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Congratulations on a fabulous event.
Thank you. Now, after all the Don Julio, you want to interview me?
That's when the truth comes out, right?
Absolutely. But I'm so happy that you all were able to come out and take time to be able to spend with us and taste and see what Chef Mitchell has to offer. Because I don't think that you've had an opportunity to taste his food, have you?
Actually, this was our first. And can I say I am in love with his food.
We love it. We love it. We are so happy that you all were able to come out, and it's been a lot of hard work and effort, but at the end of the day, this is what we love to produce. So we thank you for that.
Well, thank you for the invite. So I know Chef prepared 3 scrumptious, delicious meals. If you had to just pick one, what was your favorite?
Of course, the beef. Come on now.
That beef was fabulous. Ooh.
I'm sorry, don't mind me.
Okay, so I see Chef Mitchell everywhere. So how do you keep up with everything?
Okay, I know you didn't want to talk about it, but I have something called a crackberry, and I use it, and then I try to keep great notes as well as time frames. So anytime that I have something to do, I'm up early, I'm up late, I'm trying to make sure that I coordinate. I think twice. I said, someone told me the other day, you are so calculated. It just comes with the territory.
Well, what's next for the chef?
We're heading out tomorrow morning, 6:45 in the morning, Charlotte, North Carolina. We're opening the first chef store with U.S. Foods, so he's excited about that. They've been very supportive with us when we were doing the tour, Food Network Stars. So we're going to go down, open up the first store. It's the ribbon cutting ceremony. So we're excited about that. Yeah.
Congratulations, and congratulations on all the success. We are so excited to see what's next. Thank you.
All right, take care. Thank you. Bye.
We are here with Sonia Lowry from Sonia Lowry's World Next Door. How are you?
After this event, I'm spectacular. I'm feeling really good.
Very good. I know Chef Mitchell prepared 3 delicious meals. What was your favorite? If you had to just pick one.
I don't know if I can pick just one because that beef was so amazing. And then, of course, to follow it up with that bread pudding, I don't know how he did it. I mean, I'm from the South and we know bread pudding, but that was awesome. That was awesome. He really put his foot in it.
He did. From all the tequila tastings we did, your favorite?
If I can remember correctly, after all of those tequila tastings, it was the 70. I think that was my absolute favorite. It had a lot of the caramel, vanilla flavors, and it was very rich, full-bodied, and absolutely had the best flavor, I think, of all of them.
Very good. I know you just came back from Costa Rica. How was your trip?
Oh, we had such a great time in Costa Rica. Next year, we're thinking about going to Barcelona, so stay tuned for that trip. Hopefully, you guys will follow us and come on along and join us.
We'd love to. Well, thank you so much. Have a great rest of the evening.